You know, one of the things I hear a lot as I work in communities is people thinking about, they've done a lot of work on their own home, but they think a lot about their neighbors and what can they do on behalf of their neighbors. And I want to invite up Jack Sumberg from the Glover Energy Committee, who has sort of worked with a program actually out of Maine that enables that. It enables people to come together and do things not just for themselves, but for their neighbors as well. So, Jack?
Thank you. I want to talk about window inserts. So this is my first slide. This is a window insert. So pine frame wrapped on both sides with a heat shrink plastic, and it has a weather strip around the edge. They go on the inside of a window. Each window is measured. They're custom made to fit, nice friction fit, and they greatly increase the thermal efficiency and air sealing of especially older windows, but also even newer double pane windows. And so the Glover Energy Committee learned through a friend in the summer of 2018, learned about a program that an organization called WindowDressers has been doing in Maine for, I think this is their 9th year doing it. They've made almost 30,000 of these inserts for homes in Maine, and we're thinking that maybe it could work in Vermont. They were looking for a group in Vermont to give it a try and see how it worked here. And so we were interested, the Glover Energy Committee was interested because it seemed like it was difficult to find something practical that we could do in a small town, 1,000 people, that could make a difference both in thermal efficiency and in people's level of comfort in their homes. So we met with a fellow named Dick Cadogan, who was one of the founders of WindowDressers. Talked with him and talked among ourselves and decided that we would like to try it. So in January of 2019, beginning of this year, we had a workshop in Glover, and we made about 170 inserts to go into 27 different homes in Glover and a couple of surrounding towns, just to show that it could work in Vermont, experience it ourselves, see what it was like. So for my second slide, I'd just like you to imagine your town hall or school gym or church basement or some other public space in your town with workstations set up and 12 or 14 volunteers, energy committee members, people who want these inserts in their homes, and other just interested volunteers who come together for a few days or a week to build these inserts using the jigs and homemade tools and techniques that the very inventive people over in Maine have developed over the last 8 or 9 years to make the assembly of the inserts like this very easy for volunteers to learn and do. And people working in pairs, or some jobs can be done individually with their neighbors. It's kind of like a barn raising, old-fashioned barn raising, or a quilting bee or something like that. And very nice event where people get together and do something that may help themselves or their neighbors. I see I have 1 minute left. So Laura Seaton, who's now the executive director of WindowDressers, is here. She has a table. She's standing at the edge of the bar over there. She has a table up in the tabling room. So this year, 7 towns are doing it. Glover, Greensboro, and Craftsbury held workshops in the end of September and beginning of October. And Montpelier, Thetford, Stratford, Charlotte, and Bristol are going to be doing it in January. The question is this something that could work all over Vermont? Who's interested? If you're interested in learning more about it or doing it in your town, talk to me or somebody else from the Glover Energy Committee here. Talk to Laura. Give us our name. You can probably get to us through Ian Hitchcock at VECAN. And just let us know if you're interested, because we're going to try to make this happen statewide. Thank you.